Machines will do more tasks than humans by 2025, but robot revolution will still create 58 million net new jobs in next 5 years. Published 17 SIF 2018. Share Oliver Kahn, Public Engagement, World Economic Forum, telephone +41 79 799 3405, oliver.kahn@wiforum. Org Deutsch Español Francais. Latest research from the World Economic Forum forecasts that by 2025, machines will perform more current work tasks than humans, compared to 71% being performed by humans today. The rapid evolution of machines and algorithms in the workplace could create 133 million new roles in place of 75 million that will be displaced between now and 2022. Urgent challenges include providing reskilling opportunities, enabling remote work, and building safety nets to protect at-risk workers and communities. Access the full report, infographics and more here. Tianjin, People's Republic of China, the 17th of September 2018. The world is going through a workplace revolution that will bring a seismic shift in the way humans work alongside machines and algorithms, according to new research by the World Economic Forum. By 2025, more than half of all current workplace tasks will be performed by machines as opposed to 29% today. Such a transformation will have a profound effect on the global labor force. However, in terms of overall numbers of new jobs, the outlook is positive, with 133 million new jobs expected to be created by 2022 compared to 75 million that will be displaced. The research, published today in The Future of Jobs 2018, is an attempt to understand the potential of new technologies to disrupt and create jobs. It also seeks to provide guidance on how to improve the quality and productivity of the current work being done by humans and how to prepare people for emerging roles. Based on a survey of chief human resources officers and top strategy executives from companies across 12 industries and 20 developed and emerging economies, which collectively account for 70% of global GDP, the report finds that 54% of employees of large companies would need a significant training and upskilling in order to fully harness the growth opportunities offered by the fourth industrial revolution. At the same time, just over half of the companies surveyed said they plan to reskill only those employees that are in key roles, while only one-third plan to reskill at-risk workers. While nearly 50% of all companies expect their full-time workforce to shrink by 2022 as a result of automation, almost 40% expect to extend their workforce generally, and more than a quarter expect automation to create new roles in their enterprise. The report presents a vision of a future global workforce that provides grounds for both optimism and caution. Compared to a similar study by the Forum in 2016 to understand the impact of the fourth industrial revolution on jobs, the outlook for job creation today is much more positive as businesses have a much greater understanding of the opportunities made available by technology. At the same time, the huge disruption automation will bring to the global labor force is almost certain to bring with it significant shifts in the quality, location, format and permanency of roles that will require close attention from leaders in the public and private sector. It is critical that business take an active role in supporting their existing workforces through reskilling and upskilling, that individuals take a proactive approach to their own lifelong learning, and that governments create an enabling environment to facilitate this workforce transformation. This is the key challenge of our time, says Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum. Among the set of roles set to experience increasing demand across all industries are data analysts and scientists, software and applications developers, and e-commerce and social media specialists, all of which roles that are significantly based on or enhanced by technology. Roles that leverage distinctly human skills, such as sales and marketing professions, innovation managers and customer service workers, are also set to experience increasing demand. Jobs expected to become redundant include routine-based white-collar roles, such as data entry clerks, accounting and payroll clerks. Jobs Outlook 2022. Within the set of companies surveyed, respondents predicted a decline of 984,000 jobs and a gain of 1.74 million jobs between now and 2022. Extrapolating these trends across those employed by large firms in the non-agricultural workforce of the 20 economies covered by the report suggests that 75 million jobs may be displaced by a shift in the division of labor between humans, machines and algorithms, while 133 million new roles may emerge that are more adapted to this new division of labor. While we expect net positive job growth, there will be a significant shift in the quality, location, format and permanency of new roles. In fact, businesses are set to expand their use of contractors doing task-specialized work, engage workers into more flexible arrangements, utilize remote staffing, and modify the locations where their organization operates to ensure access to talent. Workers will require new sets of skills as the division of labor between humans and machines continues to evolve. Surveyed companies report that today, 71% of total current task hours are performed by humans, compared to 29% by machines. By 2022, this average is expected to shift to 58% task hours performed by humans, 42% by machines. Change management strategies. All industries expect to have sizable skills gaps, with average skills instability of 42%, highlighting the scale of the challenge in preparing today's workers for changes within their current roles and the emerging jobs of the future. Technology proficiency, such as technology design and programming, and distinctly human skills, such as creativity, critical thinking and persuasion, are among the competencies that will be sharply increasing in importance. Companies need to complement their automation plans with comprehensive augmentation strategies. For businesses to remain dynamic, differentiated and competitive in an age of machines, they must in fact invest in their human capital. There is both a moral and economic imperative to do so. Without proactive approaches, businesses and workers may lose out on the economic potential of the fourth industrial revolution, says Sadia Zraidi, head of the Center for the New Economy and Society at the World Economic Forum. An augmentation strategy takes into account the broader spectrum of value-creating activities that can be accomplished by workers, machines and algorithms in tandem. Fulfilling this potential will require workers to have the appropriate skills for the workplace of the future, and will require business and policymakers to lead complementary and coordinated efforts to invest in human capital. Respondents reported 3 main strategies for coping with the challenges of the new world of work: hire wholly new permanent staff with the skills relevant to new technologies, automate work tasks completely, and retrain existing employees. A smaller but significant number of companies expect to allocate the work to specialist contractors, freelancers and temporary workers. While large-scale, multi-stakeholder action will be needed to tackle existing and impending skills needs, 85% of companies reported that they plan to rely mainly on internal specialized departments within their organization to provide reskilling opportunities, compared to half expecting to work with public education institutions. Only 34% of the training to be delivered directly by employers is expected to result in an accreditation recognized outside of the company in question. These findings highlight both the future role of companies as learning organizations and the range of untapped reskilling and upskilling collaboration opportunities. The future of jobs across industries. The future of jobs is not singular, and disparate impacts will be felt across industries depending on initial starting conditions, skills availability, technology adoption and adaptability of the workforce. While there is an overall net positive outlook on the future job market, the balance of workforce expansion and contraction looks different across industries. The level of displacement is expected to vary considerably. For example, the share of companies projecting jobs losses in the mining and metals, consumer and information and technology industries is higher than companies in professional services. Declining roles and skills in one industry are growing in other industries. These findings point to potential opportunities for coordinated job transition strategies across industries. All industries expect to have sizable skills gaps, with the aviation, travel and tourism industry projected to have the highest reskilling needs in the 2018 to 2022 timeframe. Skills gaps are also a particular concern in the information and communication technology, financial services and investors, and mining and metals industries. The broad mobility sector is least likely to look to reskill their current employees, while business leaders in the global health and healthcare, chemistry, advanced materials and biotechnology sectors are most likely to retrain their workers. Knowing which occupations are growing and declining globally is a starting place for policymakers, educators, and employers to start conversations on how to transition the global workforce to the jobs and skills of tomorrow, says Adam Blue, co-founder of LinkedIn. To help people connect to economic opportunity on the individual level, it's important to map and understand today's labor market dynamics at scale. If managed well, a combination of reskilling and the augmentation of a range of tasks today can create the opportunity for new, higher productivity growth. For example, administering and physical tasks are projected to be significantly replaced by mechanized labor, leaving room for humans to focus on higher productivity tasks. The future of jobs across regions. The impact of automation on jobs will also vary across countries and regions, especially as global companies consider a number of strategic factors in choosing where to locate specific job roles and economic activities. 74% of companies cited the availability of skilled local talent as their foremost consideration in determining job locations. More than half of companies surveyed for this report expect that by 2022, they would consider adjusting the composition of their value chains in response to the adoption of new technologies, and just under half expect to target new talent by modifying the location of their operations. These findings point to the potential impact of workforce management strategies on the geography of jobs across the global economy. The report finds variation among the demand for roles across regions. Region-specific roles expected to be in growing demand include financial and investment advisors in East Asia and the Pacific and Western Europe, assembly and factory workers in Latin America and the Caribbean, Middle East and North Africa, South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa, and electrotechnology engineers in North America. Across all countries and regions, employers expect that significant reskilling will be needed by a large share of the global workforce over the 2018 to 2022 period. Remaining competitive in a global context and taking advantage of emerging job creation opportunities will require a well-skilled local workforce bolstered by national lifelong learning ecosystems. Shaping a human-centered future of jobs harnessing the transformative potential of the fourth industrial revolution will require coordinated efforts among stakeholders in all industries and regions to formulate a comprehensive workforce augmentation strategy ready to meet the challenges of this new era of change and innovation. Business, government and workers must proactively plan and implement a new vision for the global labor market. For governments, there is an urgent need to address the impact of new technologies on labor markets through upgraded education systems aimed at raising both technical and soft skills among the future workforce, social policies aimed at supporting an ecosystem of lifelong learners, safety nets for managing the social impact of workforce transformations, and stimulating job creation taking into account local and global demand for emerging roles and skills. For industries, it will pay to support the upskilling of their current workforce toward new and higher skilled roles as competition for skilled talent intensifies and becomes more costly over the coming years. Industries will also need to consider how these efforts may also apply to the gig, temporary and online workforces they increasingly plan to rely on. For workers, there is a need to take personal responsibility for their learning trajectory through the current transition and developing a high degree of comfort with the concept of lifelong learning. Methodology. The latest edition of the Future of Jobs report aims to support individual workers, businesses, and policymakers understand the impact of automation on talent gaps, skills churn, job displacement and change management strategies for navigating the new world of work. The 2018 employer survey that formed the basis of the report gathered the views of business executives at the front lines of the changing workforce, especially chief human resource officers, chief strategy officers and chief executives. It covers over 300 global companies from a wide range of industry sectors. Survey responses represent more than 15 million employees and 20 developed and emerging economies, which collectively represent about 70% of global GDP. In addition to the aggregate analysis, the report contains 12 industry profiles and 29 country or regional profiles, providing detailed information for projections through to 2022. The report also included a unique data contribution from LinkedIn, showing the key emerging and declining roles in the recent past across several industries and geographies. Center for the New Economy and Society. The World Economic Forum's Center for the New Economy and Society provides a platform for leaders to build transformative public-private partnerships and shape a future in which people are at the heart of economic and social progress. A significant portion of its work focuses on the future of jobs. The center is working across multiple industries to design sector-specific roadmaps to respond to the new opportunities and challenges of managing workforce disruptions. The center is also supporting developed and emerging economies in setting up public-private collaborations to close skills gaps and prepare for the future of work. Finally, the center acts as a test bed for early-stage work at the frontier of managing the future of work, ranging from the development of new principles for the gig economy to the adoption of common skills taxonomies across business and education. Annual Meeting of the New Champions. The World Economic Forum's 12th Annual Meeting of the New Champions is taking place on 18-20 September in Tianjin, People's Republic of China. convening under the theme, Shaping Innovative Societies in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. More than 2,000 business leaders, policymakers and experts from over 80 countries will participate and explore more than 200 sessions over the 3 days of the meeting. Notes to editors: follow the annual meeting of the New Champions 2018 at View the Best Forum, click photos at watch live webcasts of sessions at become a fan of the forum on Facebook at follow the forum on Twitter at and follow the forum on Instagram at read the forum agenda at subscribe to forum news releases at follow the forum on Chinese Weibo at search the forum's WeChat, listen to Chinese podcast on Ximalaya at wef.ch Ximalaya.